Joining me right now is Democratic strategist Richard Goodstein and Fox News contributor Mercedes Schlapp. Good to see you both. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Maria.
Big night last night for Hillary Clinton. Richard, let's get your take first off on this. We're still waiting on California, but it's not as close as a lot of people thought at this point.
Right. So, look, she finished strong. I think Bernie Sanders and his people, it takes a while. Believe me, 8 years ago, I remember what it felt like as a Hillary Clinton supporter to kind of come to terms with the loss. The fact that he's got this meeting with President Obama set up for tomorrow, it looks like there's kind of a process underway for the Democrats to kind of come together. And I will say this, when one party leadership is debating how racist their standard bearer will be, and the other one says things like, even if you didn't vote for me, I'll have your back. Between those two, I think I'd rather be with the one who's not bigoted, racist, and misogynist. And the other thing I would say is there was all this talk about how Hillary was going to get so rattled by Donald Trump. She didn't look rattled last night. She didn't look rattled in that foreign policy speech. I think she's good.
Mercedes, what about that? And how important do you think, Mercedes, will President Obama's endorsement be? You know, Bernie Sanders has a meeting with the president this week, likely going to say you should step aside. Perhaps that's what that phone call was earlier this week as well. How important will that be for the Clinton campaign?
Well, I think it'll provide Hillary Clinton a sense of relief. She's already started talking about unifying the Democratic Party and realizes that Bernie Sanders has been a thorn on her side. So I think for Hillary Clinton, she's already pivoted to the general election messaging. I think she's had obviously two very strong speeches, and Trump needs to realize that this is a well-oiled, aggressive campaign machinery that Clinton is going to push forward, and he's got to be prepared and ready. It's not going to be enough to just say crooked Hillary. We have to remember she gave this historic speech last night, but look who the messenger is. This is a messenger who has been involved in scandal after scandal after scandal, and I just don't think the American people are necessarily going to say, wait a second here, great speech, but do we trust her? And that's been one of the biggest issues that Hillary Clinton has experienced.
And Dagan McDowell, that's what Mitch McConnell told us yesterday. Trump needs to get on message because this is going to be a tough fight.
Right. And in terms of Hillary Clinton, that's the message from the New York Times editorial page to Hillary Clinton today, which I thought was very telling. They don't call her, they don't go after her and say that she's a liar, obviously, but they say